In 2025, NASA's Deep Space Network flagged an anomaly, a repeating narrowband radio signal rising out of the noise floor like a heartbeat in the void. Source: Proxima Centauri, the closest star to our Sun. At first, the team called it a glitch, then it repeated, precisely, predictably, like intent. Tonight, we follow the trail from public datasets to sealed memos, from telescope noise to encoded patterns that look a lot like language. This is not the story you think it is, and it may not have the ending you expect. Welcome to the Mystery Vault. Radio astronomers live in the noise, thermal hiss, cosmic rays, satellite bleed, clutter that hides meaning. On a winter night, a narrowband spike appears at a frequency not typically used by Earth satellites. It lasts seconds, fades, returns 22 minutes later. Then again, same drift, same profile. RFI, radio frequency interference would wander, this one behaves. Science beat. What a narrowband signal is, Hertz-level bandwidth versus natural broadband sources. Why frequency drift, Doppler from relative motion path. The 22-minute cadence, too tidy for weather, aurora, or known stellar oscillations. Triangulation, cross-checks. The array rotates. The spike strengthens when the beam intersects Proxima Centauri, a red dwarf 4.24 light-years away, home to at least one rocky exoplanet, Proxima b, in the habitable zone. Science beat. Red dwarfs, flares, and why technosignatures near them are scientifically controversial. Proxima b, mass, orbit, tidal locking hypothesis, potential atmospheres. Counterpoint, it could still be Earth noise bouncing off something, maybe until multiple stations with different side lobes report the same cadence. Random is messy, this isn't. The interburst spacing jitters within microseconds, clustering in ratios suspiciously close to prime numbers. When you binarize amplitude over time, you get 0010111. You binarize amplitude over time, you get 0010111. You binarize amplitude over time, the bigidon locum so beget the cross and light so painum begettal. Science beat. From signal to bits, thresholding, error correction hints, checksums, why prime sequences are a universal mathematical beacon in CD lore. The difference between apophenia, seeing patterns, and statistically significant structure. You never take a single telescope's word for it. The breakthrough listen backend scrapes archives. An independent dish with different hardware locks the cadence. A third dish, smaller, noisier, still finds harmonics in the right window. 3 sites, 1 sky, same story. Science beat. Independent replication, beam pattern rejection of RFI, on-off cadence tests, source versus background, harmonic structure, carriers and subcarriers. The plot thickens when internal email threads stop answering basic questions. A tarball of log files appears on a private repo. 2 documents stand out: non-terrestrial hypothesis working notes and a redacted communications pause protocol. Not proof, but posture. Story beat. Why agencies call communications stand-downs. How leaks happen. Fear, pride, or duty to inform. Skeptics call it stellar hiss. Flare stars talk loud, and Proxima is notorious. But flares are broadband, messy, polarized. This line is narrow, calm, clock true. We overlay solar indices and geomagnetic KP. The cadence shrugs them off. Science beat. Stellar radio emission versus engineered narrowband. Why natural plasmas don't keep machine-precise periodicity. When you correlate the bit stream against Earth's historic beacons, Arecibo, planetary radar, small windows echo our own patterns, time-shifted and phase-warped. Like a mirror funhouse or a reply. Speculative beat flagged as hypothesis. Interstellar relays, gravitational lensing along the line Sun Proxima, probe scenario, small, smart, riding the Proxima system, re-radiating. We search for words. The signal offers structure instead. Frames, headers, error correction hints. You don't transmit Shakespeare across light years. You transmit math, physics, maps. A sky map can be encoded in pulsar timings, a periodic table in spectral lines. Science beat. Known SETI universal payload ideas, pulsars, hydrogen line, prime sequences. Why redundancy and FEC scream engineered. Why would NASA or any agency go quiet? Markets, religion, security. A misread signal can move billions. A true one can rewrite humanity's story. Historically, major anomalies trigger review boards, risk matrices, and yes, NDAs. Ethics beat. Who owns first contact? Scientists? Governments? Everyone? The danger of premature claims versus the cost of secrecy. Steelman the mundane. Intermodulation in front-end electronics. Aircraft scatter. Starlink sidelobe complexity. Ionospheric ducting. We try to kill the signal with every known artifact. It refuses to die. Science beat. How you simulate RFI and why beam nulls matter. sideband puzzles that fooled astronomers before and why this looks different. If the Proxima signal is genuine, 3 big possibilities. 1. Beacon. We are here. Low data, high conspicuity. 2. Handshake. A template teaching us to sync and negotiate bandwidth. 3. Mirror. A relay reflecting or sampling our leakage. An interstellar periscope. Implications. Philosophy. We're not first, not alone. Tech. Technosignatures become an engineering discipline. Culture. Panic or renaissance. The twist. Even if the signal is engineered, it may not be a hello. It could be infrastructure, a network node humming to itself, a maintenance ping, a clock we're overhearing. The universe might already be wired. We're late to the party, catching the status light on the nearest switch. Close, so no, it may not be little green men. It might be something bigger, a civilization that solved distance with protocols, not rockets, and we just learned the network is on. Signals come and go, evidence builds, erodes and builds again, but discovery is cumulative. Whether Proxima is a mirror, a beacon, or a machine's metronome, one truth survives the noise. We are hearing something that doesn't sound like nature. If you want the follow-up raw spectra, open source decoders, and the next window when Proxima rides our sky, subscribe to the Mystery Vault, ring the bell and tell us, what do you think we're hearing?